So welcome to my Facebook Live. Hopefully I am live in the group. I'm going to give it a second. There's definitely some funky issues going on with Zoom, Facebook, and how to get a live working. I've had some issues. I think lots of people have. I had to move from Chrome. Here's a hint. If you're trying to go live and you're trying to zoom in and it's not working, I had to stop using Chrome and move to Firefox, and it's working fine. So I'm not sure what the issue was with that. I just want to make sure I am live. I am. So I wanted to hop in quickly today and just do a live on Facebook breadcrumbs. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is one of my kind of pet peeves and frustrations of the opportunity business owners miss by not having the proper breadcrumbs. So what do I mean by a Facebook breadcrumb? And the concept of breadcrumbs literally is you put out little breadcrumbs so people can follow your path. So you hear about the terminology of breadcrumbs in your website, breadcrumbs in other places, but Facebook has breadcrumbs. And it's about really thinking about how do people interact with you on Facebook. So if you're using Facebook to market your business, how are you doing that and how do people interact? So I'll give you my own personal behavior. And I know so many people do this and why this is such an important thing to do for your business. So my own personal behavior is, let's say I'm in a group, not in my own group, I'm in somebody else's group, and someone goes in and makes a really good comment, or they share a piece of information or something. And I want to know more about them. The first thing I personally am going to do is I'm going to click on their name and I go and view their profile. Now, if I'm viewing their profile and they haven't put any investment into creating their quote unquote breadcrumbs, dead end. I can't figure out who they are. I'm not their friend. I can't figure out where their business is. I can't get to their website. I've hit a dead end. And I see that way too often. And it's like, well, thanks, but I don't know how I'm going to follow you or create more information. And because even if I tried to private message them and I'm not their friend, the likelihood of them seeing my private message is really low. Hi guys, so Diane and Nadia are on there, so thank you for joining me. I am doing this through Zoom, so I have a 30-second delay from when I say something to when I see a comment in the window. And I might not see all your comments, so just to let you know that there is this kind of 30-second delay. But so what you want is that when you post in other groups, one of the best ways to build your list, build your exposure, get people to know you and come and like your business page and read your content, is to post in other groups. Facebook loves groups. So it's to share and post in other groups and interact and build curiosity. And then people click on your name, they go look at your profile, and you want them from there to be able to easily go to your business page, for them easily to go to your website. You want them to easily download a freebie if you have it. And all of that's available for you on Facebook to create on your business page public profile. But so many people haven't done that. So I want to share really how simply this is. It'll take you 10 minutes to do it. You don't have to change it often, and it starts working for you as opposed to doing what happened to me at least 3 times today. So I talked about this on Friday on my business page, but I couldn't share. So I want to actually share my screen. It happened to me several times today. I was looking at a really interesting post. I clicked on their name. I went to their profile, dead end, couldn't go any further. Right. So I really, really appreciate the people who spend the time doing this. So I'm just going to share my screen. Let me set this up and I'm going to share my screen when I find my Zoom controls. Everything is different these days. There we go. So I want to just share my screen, and due to privacy reasons, I can't really show you other people's profiles that aren't working, but I can share with you what is working, and hopefully that's visible. So hopefully you can see my screen. I'm just going to pull you guys over here so I can see your comments. So anybody who's watching, let me know if you can see the screen, because I don't always know what's being shared. Because of this delay that we deal with this. So what I want to look at is, first of all, I want you to know that on your own personal profile, you can look at it as a public figure, as public. So right here in the upper corner where there are the 3 little stars, if you click on that, or 3 little dots, you can see view as. And when you see view as, you get to see this up here in the very top corner. Hopefully you can see my cursor moving. You get, this is what your public profile looks like. So this is what your profile looks like to the public. So this is for people who haven't friended you. This is what you're showing them. So if somebody's looking in your group, they click on your name, they go view your profile, this is what you're showing them. Now, in my case, mine is set up. So the first thing I want you to do is go check your profile, click the 3 dots, and see what people are seeing publicly. And the most important pieces of information are what you have here. So Facebook lets you write the introduction. And I'm just going to see if I can do something here. I'm going to open up another Facebook window so I can toggle back and forth from it. So Facebook lets you edit this content. So now I'm in my own profile, I can edit all of this. So the first is a bio. This is just words, and you can put emojis in there. So somebody from public is going to see that I'm a client attraction coach and strategist, and I help women entrepreneurs get clients with ease. So that's the first thing they're going to see, and that information is there. So I can edit that information. Then importantly is where you work. So if it says this one, it happened to one of my clients yesterday, I was on there and I'm looking and it said self-employed, works at self-employed. So if you have works at self-employed, you want to go in and edit that and change it to works at your business page. Now, a long time ago, Facebook had some rules and that wasn't easy to do, but you can do it now. So you want to go in and edit this and say works at your business page. Now, you can get this part managed. This is managing your business page that shows up. But that doesn't, oops, I did not want to do that, sorry. So this manage your business page doesn't show up on all applications. So it doesn't show up, for example, it didn't show up on my phone when I was looking at them. So that part isn't there necessarily. But you do want to say what your title is. You get to put that title in. So we'll go and look at that in a second. And then you want to cut out what Facebook defaults. You don't want this to have a lot of erroneous information in it. That's not going to help you. So you can have, you get to put in here what you want. So I have, it's playing this video of these lovely doctors singing. So I have my Instagram account, I have my Pinterest account, I have my Facebook group and my business page, my site, my website. So all of that's in there right away so they can get that. This managed at shows you, you can set that. And then I'll come back to this one in a minute. We'll just go over these first. So if we go back to your edit profile, what you can do is you can go in here and edit them. And so you can add a workplace. If it says works at self-employed, you have to add one and then delete the works at self-employed. So you can go in and add where you work, right? So you can add a workplace and you want to make sure that you're making it public. So this information, you may have it, but it's not public. Right? So if somebody's not your friend and they're trying to follow the breadcrumbs, it's not going to work. So you want to go in and make sure it's public, and you can do that through your options, and then you can add a workplace. You can add professional skills, right? So you can add that. You don't necessarily want to add all of that. Contacts and basic information. So this is where you can add your websites. And again, you want to make them public. So I have my website, my Facebook group, my Pinterest, and my Instagram account. And so websites and social links, you want to make public. This isn't, now you know what my birth date is. That's private, right? So I can have an email in there if I want and hide it from my timeline, right? So that one's hidden. But you can go in, so you want to look at your information, add your websites and your social media, and you want to make these things public. And by doing that, this will show up here, right? So just adding them and putting them in, it'll show up here, and you get to see how easy it is to have people link to things. So they can get to your Facebook group, they can get to your Pinterest account. If whatever you want, you can put in LinkedIn. I can't remember on the social stuff because I haven't edited it for a while. If we edit that, you can add another. So I could add my LinkedIn if I wanted. I could add anything I want, and I just want to make sure it's public. And then for the final part that you have, let me go back to my profile. One thing people really underutilize is this, you're allowed to put an image. So you can add an image and then you can put a link on it. So this is what people are seeing publicly. They're seeing my image to my lead magnet, my 20 lead magnet ideas that convert followers to paying clients, free download. They click on this and they get the download link. So right off, anybody who's trying to find out more information about me because they've seen a post or a comment I've shared, they can do this so that you can put this in there. Now, this is my personal page. Yes, Diane, this is my personal page. So this is setting that left-hand column on your personal page so that people, because you comment personally, right? Facebook wants you to comment personally, not as your page. So you don't want to show all your personal information to people. That's not what we want to do. We want to allow them to come to our personal profile. If they're not our friend, they can still access our business public information. So this is on your personal page in doing that. And it's a simple thing that you can add is if you go down here, you'll have the edit feature. So you can edit feature. If you don't have it there, it'll be there for you to choose. And you can just upload a photograph. So I uploaded this picture. And then once it's uploaded, it asks you to add a description. And so that was what I added here, was a description with a link to my freebie. So very simply on your personal profile, you just want to make sure, because I'm viewing this as public. So what happens when you view somebody's profile by public, depending on your settings, sometimes you get there and there's nothing. And like I said, I have ones I could show you, but I don't want to show you because of privacy issues. So I don't want to get into showing somebody else's profile here. But these are things that I shared publicly. So they're only shared publicly, but there's lots of stuff on my profile that isn't shared publicly, so it's not going to show up, right? So these are profile things that I shared public. If I didn't share it public, it won't show up when somebody appears publicly. But this corner piece of information, when you set properly, can be a real powerful breadcrumb for people to find you. So for example, Diane, if you comment in my group and somebody wants to find out more about what you want to do, the first thing they're going to do is click on your name. Can I click on your name, Diane? Is that okay? I want to make sure that I can. But the first thing they're going to do is click on your name, and you want to see what they're going to see in that area, right? So it's about creating that breadcrumb piece of information so that someone can follow you and then get to your business page where all your great content is, or go to your website, or go to your Instagram, or download your freebie, right? So this is like free advertising that people underutilize, and they're losing leads. They're losing interested people and followers because they're not going on there. So Diane said yes. So let me click on her name and pull it over. Oops, pull it over there. So right now, I'm not your friend. So we should friend ourselves. And you have just this little bit here. Manage the Scent Bohemian. Now that doesn't appear on a phone. I learned that the hard way or one of my clients learned that the hard way the other day. If I was to click on that, I wouldn't necessarily see it on my phone. So I don't know why it's not appearing on the phone. So you've got, all I know is that we've got a mutual friend, and there's nothing here that's allowing me to find you. So you can see the difference between my public profile, where someone comes and they get to know my business. I could remove lived in Ottawa and from Montreal. That's not valuable necessarily to my business, but it's got my Instagram, my Pinterest, my Facebook group, my website, and this manage thing that doesn't appear on phones, and then my graphic where people can actually click on it. So you can see the difference between this with just a simple sort title in your introduction, and then all of the links that you can put in. You get to choose, but just make sure people can get to your website, and don't rely on the manage at function, because for some reason this doesn't, I don't know why, but it doesn't show up on a phone. So if I was to look at you on my phone, I would have no way of finding out more about you, right? I would no way of getting a sense of who you are, or why would I want to do it. Now I might look down some of your public posts, but that takes more work for me, right? You're asking me to do more work. Can you please repeat the first step in adding the intro? So I think what you mean is, and you can go back and listen to the replay, you want to go in, and it's hard for me to show it, but you can look first at what your public is by just clicking here and view as public. And then you want to go in, you'll see this option to edit here. So under your introduction, you should see an option to edit bio, edit details, and then edit feature. So those are available to everybody in their personal profile. So you want to edit this, and then it just lets you type in whatever you want to say and make sure it's set to public. I think that one's always set to public, and there's a limit to amount of characters. I got perfect on my characters, so this is not able to make this very long. So hopefully that answers your question. I just want to get out of that. And then in this time, you can edit your details, and you want to be looking at editing your workplace so that you work at your business. And then you also want to be looking at editing your, I don't have education showing because I don't think that's pertinent. I do have the cities. Relationships not pertinent, when I joined, etc. That's not important. So then I want to look at editing my websites, making them public, and you can have up to a certain number in here. So you can add them in there. Editing your social media links, adding the ones that you want and making them public. So that's what you want to do. And then you just save it. And you have to hit update your information, I think, to get into the full menu. Yeah. So you hit update information, that gets to your content and bio, and that's where you can edit these links. And you can have another website. You can have as many websites links as you want. You just don't want to confuse people. So very basic is to think about what's going back to mind, what's the minimal information so that this message just gets across. And where do you want to send people? So I want to send them to Instagram. Now, for some reason, it puts these before Facebook. I don't really know why. So I've got my Facebook business here. I want to send them to Instagram, Pinterest, my group, and my website. And I also offer them my freebie. So hopefully that answered your question, Diane, so that you can go in and edit those and change those. And just that's really what I wanted to share today. Because for me, getting that breadcrumbs is such, because once you've set this up once, you only need to review it once every couple of months if you change anything. But you're missing out on an opportunity. For example, like I said, if I was to go to Diane's website and I was on my phone, I actually would have no way of finding out what her business is. And I'm not going to spend my time looking down to see what her page is here. I want it quickly and easily here so that I can then follow the breadcrumbs and go in and like her page. Or I can't say how many times I've done that, and where people have it set up properly, I go and I click on the link and I go to their website. And for the people who have an image with a freebie that directs them to something they can get for free, I'm more likely to click on that. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I just wanted to do a quick introduction about what you can do. It's an easy thing to fix. It will take you 5 or 10 minutes to fix it, and it's set until the next time you want to update it. And it will help you increase the people who interact with you, because they're going to follow through when they're curious about what your business is about. And if you don't have them there, it's like hitting a brick wall. There are so many people that I really wanted to find out more, and I hit the brick wall, and I can't find out more of what they're doing. And some of them, honestly, I've followed that kind of breadcrumbs for people who are really, really active online, and they've got big booming businesses, and yet I still can't find out what was going on. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, if you're listening to the replay, do #replay and let me know if you have any questions. It's very simple to set up, but hugely valuable for your business, and really important to do, especially if Facebook is one of your marketing tools. If it's one of the tools that you're using to grow your business, this is a really great thing to do. So thank you for being on live, Diane and Nadia, and for people who listen to the replay, #replay, and let me know if you have any questions about this. Take care and have an amazing day. Bye.